Hey guys, what's up? It's Jakes from Broshow TV today, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new 3.0 update that is coming out for Unturned soon. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to be added into it. I'm going to go over a few of those things now. There could be more that we could see in the update, but this is what I've got so far from doing my research. It's going to start off, I'm going to just quickly brief overview of what's being added and what's being removed. That's Nelson has said on the Steam group that he said about. So let's jump right into this. The first thing that Nelson said is going to be new entities added to the game, which could range from a lot of things. This could be loads of different things, like more loot drops and all stuff like that. It's going to be adding new zombie types, which means different types of zombies, more powerful, more faster, slower, do more damage, follow you further, all bits like that. He's added indicators. I'm not quite sure what this means yet, but I'm pretty sure it's moving the indicators that you have at the bottom. He's spreading them out and sorting them all out for you. He's going to be, when a player is shot or hit, an indicator will show in a direction where shot and hit came from. So that's obviously what the indicator is. So pretty much, you know, like a Call of Duty, if you get shot in the back, your backlight, it will display on the screen where you've been shot from. So that will let you know, so you know where you've been shot from. Furniture can now hold items such as fridges holding milk and orange juice. Better map generated houses, which means the houses on the map are going to obviously be better, which is good because at the moment they're kind of like just a makeshift and what they like to be. Can apply more clothing items at the same time, which means you can obviously put more layers on. You can add, like, go into depth on what you're wearing, so I'm guessing shoes and stuff is going to be added in. Different branches, which means you can still play the 2.0 or restart in 3.0, which what's happening with the 3.0 update, because there's so much being changed. If you generate a 3.0 world, this is completely separate to 2.0, so you're not going to have your 2.0 world anymore. It's going to be completely different, which is annoying, but at least it's added in that you can go back to 2.0 and play that on your old world. It's added a tick rate. There should be, it says here, possibly a Linux support, so if you're running Linux you'd be able to play the game, hopefully. Added baking materials by the looks of things, so I'm guessing that's more cooked items you can do. Right, now I'm going to move on to what's being removed from the game. Is removing the sinks, the server sinks, so it's obviously not as OP. Someone could play, collect all the loot, and then join, and yeah, you know what I'm coming from. More PEI and area will also be removed. Maps PEI and area will also be removed. There's going to be removed the tweaks that he's put in. Revamped the inventory system with per clothing storage, so that's obviously changing. The inventory size has doubled. That's not really been removed. I don't know why it's here, but anyway, at least you know. The muzzle flash appears behind the suppressor now instead of in front, which was always kind of just like to sort it out a little bit more, make it a little bit better. So that's that. Is improved visual recoil, which means the recoil on the gun's going to be a lot better. Now we're moving on to the fixings, which is also in the removed section. I don't know why, but we're going on to that now. Is doing a whole range of fixes, so it's fixing the sunk props that sink into the ground and stuff. The floating bullet holes that you sometimes see, that's being fixed. Gun audio range is also fixed, so it might make it longer and shorter, depends what you're firing. Damage multipliers fixed, so that's always good. And then it fixed some respawning bugs that you get as well. Now I'm going to be moving into depth, what we could see. So what could be added into the 3.0 update, we're not quite sure, but this is in depth of what we could see. The hacking and cheating, which is I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you join an online server or something, there's a lot of hackers at the moment. That's being completely sorted out. There's 3 different ways that it's preventing the hacking in 3.0. The servers will be able to tell which each player is doing. So no people saying that they're someone else, which means you can't fake someone else's name and say, oh yeah, I'm this person. So all that'll be fixed, so when you join it'll be your Steam name and that'll be it. Sorry guys. Server can tell if the player did what they are doing, such as all their kills are headshots. So if you're sniping from a long range, the server can tell that you are sniping and you're getting the headshots instead of using aimbot for headshots. The last one that he's doing is server command built in to say if someone's using ESP or flying hacks or any other hacks like that, so the server will allow the admin to know exactly what they're using, which is good. What else is here is after the use of containers and fuel cans will not disappear in your inventory. So what that means is when you use a like a fuel can on a tank, or you get it, or you pipe it out of the fuel, and after you've used it, it disappears in your inventory. That will stop happening now, so you keep hold of it, which means you'll be able to reloot a lot quicker, which will be good. There's a lot more places to go that is added into it now, so you can do more stuff, so there'll be a lot less player versus player killing. Land around the bases, like so if you build your base on top of a mountain, the land around it will look more natural instead of like really weird, like this massive wooden thing coming out the ground. Obviously that'll still look like that, but I mean like the grass and stuff will be flattened when you walk over it and all business like that. The vehicles will now have a customize, hopefully, is what it says. So you'll be able to customize your vehicle. I'm guessing that means adding armor to the vehicle, tyres and all business like that. More bones breaking, like arms when shot. This might be implemented, but he's looking into it because it may get a bit annoying. So say if you're running along an open field and you get shot in the left arm, your left arm will break and you won't be able to use your left arm for the gun, stuff like that. So he's thinking about it. There is going to be a weather system that the server admins can see what time they want to put it on. So they set a time and then it will randomly put the rain on over that period of time. So business like that, which leads on to another thing, which is they're going to you'll be able to refill canteens and stuff from the rain. Like, so it should be, what it also should be added in is it should be added in like rain buckets and wells that you'll be able to craft and build, place down, so when it rains they will fill up, which is always good. This next bit that I'm going on to is what we could see in 3.0. We're not exactly sure yet. I got this from a question and answer from Nelson himself, so we could see it, we could not. It doesn't really want to display as much, but let's get straight into it. Character specialities, can't really say that. So in servers you can see what each character is playing, so you know if you need this person's, you can either make friends or take them hostage, like a mechanic or a vet, or not a vet, a doctor, or like something else like that, which is always good. Sorry about the bang on the table just a second ago, that was my fault. You'll be able to have character upgrades, separate upgrades for each character, which means a chef will be able to upgrade his cooking, which means he'll cook faster, he can cook more stuff and all business like that. Zombies, now if you build a base and a place with no zombies, in the update the zombies will start venturing towards the uninhabited parts and make sure there's nothing there. And what we could see from this, Nelson said, is that we could see when there's a full moon, you know, like when the wolves come out in full moon, at the full moon of each night the zombies will go absolutely crazy and just attack anything in sight. So that'll be something good, and you should be able to fend off your base, which will be adding more fun to it, which should slow down the PvP as well. There'll be added loads more gold users stuff, so there'll still be no pay to win, so you can't pay for guns or anything like that, so you feel good there. They'll be added in more beards and hair that you can use, so you can customize your gold character more if you have gold. And you in game as well, you'll be able to change what your name color is. Hopefully we should see that. Also there'll be more gold clothing, which we're hoping to see is like completely blacked out leotard suits and monocles and top hats, which is what he said, which would be kind of funny to see, and someone running around with a monocle and a top hat on, but you know, that could happen. This next bit could be added into the game, but it's like just a bit before, so it's going to be added into the game at some point, whether it be in 3.0 at a later update, we're not quite sure yet. So there could be airdrops and more dynamic events for players to go from, which means players will have more things to do, which is always good, because then it will slow down the PvP as well. Collecting water from sea and lakes could be poison, so say like you get it from the sea, you drink it, it will higher up your radiation, because you haven't boiled the water, so you'll need to boil the water in order for it to have no chemicals or anything like that in it, which means you'll be able to drink it. Yeah, like I said before, there's craftable well and water, like rain barrels and stuff that you can get, which is always good. There should be fishing implemented into the game, which you can use different baits and lines and rods, etc, etc, to catch different fishing specialities. And if you're the fishing character, you can obviously catch more things. There's going to be more authentic crafting and benches, like benches and chairs, which is always good. We could see on this area, we could see flags and rugs to decorate your base more, so people know where your base is. There should be added ability to metal and reinforced buildings, which means you'll be able to reinforce your building, which obviously has more health against zombies and other players that try and destroy it, like metal and stuff. There might be ores added into the game that you can mine and like smelt to make reinforced bases and stuff like that. There should be added in password doors and chests, so instead of if you're that player you can access it and no one else can, there'll be more abilities for the thief that should be added into the game. So the thief abilities like picking locks and stuff, which is always good. So they'll be able to pick your so it'll be passwordless, so like you type in your password, opens up the chest, but a thief could come up and try and pick lock it, which is good to see. That'll be obviously make it a lot more harder for you to hide all your stuff, which is what I like to see. I'm not sure about you guys, but I like to see that. You should be able to damage different parts of cars, like different aspects of cars. So like, you know, when you crash straight into something, it damages the whole car. In this case, it will damage the bumper, not the front bumper of the car. If you run over like a trap, or players can shoot out the tyres and stuff, shoot out windows, destroy bumpers, bonnets, engines, axles, bits like that should be added into the game, which is always be good. There'll be a lot more new traps, hopefully, whether it's in 3.0 or an updated version, I'm not quite sure, but there'll be a lot more traps. There'll be more like tripwire frame traps, so you trip a wire and you fall down a platform opens up, you fall in it, bits like that, hopefully. There will also be remote triggered traps like sensors and stuff, so like you run over like a pressure plate in Minecraft, it will open up something and you fall down, which should make the things a bit more interesting for people to play, which means you're obviously going to have to be more careful other than just running straight at someone's base. The kill on site is going to be adapted a little bit, which like we said before is going to be adding more things to do as a team, so hopefully that will remove the kill on site PvP type things, so it'll be added in, so you need to stay as a team in order to survive on the full moon. There's bits like that, so you should be getting more people. So if you're fresh start, you get added to a group instead of you being just killed and nicked all your other stuff, which should be good, which makes the game more exciting for new players and stuff like that. This next bit is what should be on the future update, whether it's 3.0, I don't know whether it's 3.0 or not, I'm not quite sure. But the crafting will be fixed, so you don't need to remember all the crafting, so there'll be more like easier crafting. Hopefully it will tell you what to craft and bits like that, so you don't have to keep looking at the wiki, or you don't have to memorize the whole thing, which will take a lot of stress off of building stuff. Trust me, I've been through that, it's very hard to remember it all. You'll be able to craft special barricades which will stop which will snap into places like windows and doors and stuff like that. You can just get it out of a random town, like you craft it and you can overrun a house in a town instead of building your own one, which is always good. Which will also make it so the zombies, when they go mental, the only bits they can destroy are the barriers and not the actual building, which should add in a bit more things like that, which will make it nice and fun. In the editor in 3.0, I don't know if I've gone over this, but you'll be able to make your own maps and stuff in 3.0, which is always good, so you can create your own stuff and everything like that. The editor in the future update is getting some tweaks, so you'll be able to make like tunnels, they don't actually go underground. It makes your vision look like you're going underground, but you actually stand at the same level. So they'll be adding that into the game. There should be able to dig through mountains and all bits like that. Might not happen, but hopefully it will. In 3.0 there should be, Nelson said there should be a subway system. Whether we'll see that, I'm not sure, we'll have to wait till 3.0. Going on to the more technical side of things, zombies and animals will get new paths. So the zombies will move around by themselves when not attacking someone, so you know when they stand still and you can easily pick them off. The zombies will now be walking around, which will make it harder to kill them, and obviously if they find you they're going to chase you. There's going to be, hopefully, we might see this, fingers crossed, there'll be different types of trees which drop different coloured woods. So say if you mine a birch tree, sorry if you can hear that noise in the background, it's really annoying. If you see like an oak wood tree, that will obviously drop darker wood than if you mine a birch wood tree. So we could see that. The last bit we're going on to is the workshop. We haven't seen this in 2.0, but in 3.0 the workshop's like creating your own stuff and that, which is bringing the community together. The workshop updates, they're getting a language support now. They're also making it so you can download custom maps from people and custom content, which Nelson has made and the community itself has made, so you'll be able to share your maps that you've built for other people, which should add in more of a fun part of things. But in order to make these maps, you will need to use in order to make these like additional weapons and stuff like that for the content, or you will need to use a third-party program such as Blender, Cinema 4D, all bits like that, as it will not be in game. I could see a possible in-game add-in for the editor, for the server side of things, which you could see in that will be a creative mode type thing. So you get on a creative server, you have unlimited food, drink, health, as well as you'll be able to give people the ability to fly, and etc, etc. And yeah, we should see like loads of different little bits that will make, obviously it'll be bug fixes and stuff, which will make the whole Unturned community bring together, make it a bit more exciting to play, as after obviously you can't go around shooting forever, you'll soon enough get bored. But thank you guys for watching. This has been like an update for the 3.0. It's been quite a long time, but hopefully you guys enjoy this. Anyway, this was a 3.0 update. My name's Jakes and I'm signing out. Peace.